Howdy, friends, and welcome to another episode of Lonesome Pine Losers. I'm your host, Jasper Jackson Johnson Eugene Grinder III, Triple J EG3 for those of you who get short of breath. Today we have our second 2025 season preview. Coach Billy Testerman was hired in May as the new head coach of the Marion Red Storm. Last season was a stormy one indeed for the good folks in Smith County, as the team was unable to notch a single win. Coach Testerman is undaunted by the past and does not speak of last season's woes. Instead, he is focused on change. Now, we all know change is difficult, but Coach Testerman and his staff are working harder than a funeral home ceiling fan in August to chart a new course for the Red Storm Nation. Coach Testerman was kind enough to give us a few minutes of his time, so let's take a listen. We want to welcome Coach Billy Testerman from Marion Senior HS in Marion, Virginia. Coach, thanks so much for being here on the program today.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Coach, tell me a little bit about this summer. How have things been going? The attitude and the workouts and the kids showing up?
Hey, absolutely. We have had tremendous attendance this summer. With the roster that I'm looking at having, I've had over 90% attendance all summer long. Excitement's very high. Kids are working hard. And, you know, one thing we've been preaching is it's a new era of Marion Senior High School football. So I couldn't complain. It's been a tremendous summer. One of the best summers I've ever been a part of coaching in my 14 years.
That's exciting, Coach. How many kids have you had on average?
On average, 35. We've hit 40 a couple of times. So, you know, I'm looking to have about 45 kids on the roster. So,
now, will those all be varsity kids?
That'd be 9 through 12. 9 through 12.
Now, will you have a separate JV team as well as a varsity team, sir?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've got the numbers to be able to play some JV ball and, you know, varsity as well. And, you know, try to get as much playing time, much development as we can.
How have the kids responded to the turnover in coaching, sir?
They have responded really well. You know, anytime you take over a program, you know, the first thing you got to do as a coach is get them to buy into what you are wanting to accomplish. And so far, and I've been really pleased with that they have really bought into what I've been wanting to establish here with a new culture and a new attitude, new philosophies. Like I said, that just goes back to, you know, our attendance. You know, 35, 40 kids at summer weightlifting, you know, is pretty good because they can do a lot of other things in the summer. And, you know, they're really balled in. And, you know, I have nothing but great things to say about the community and about the support I'm even getting from local businesses and, you know, resources outside of the school. So it feels really good to be, you know, wanted and well-liked and well-respected, and people are believing in the vision that I have going forward with this program.
Coach, being a brand new head coach, tell me about you mentioned a couple words there I'd like to talk about, culture and philosophy. Tell me about how those things are going and under a new head coach.
Hey, it's like I said, it's going really well. You know, my culture, you know, we're a family culture. You know, we preach a lot of family, you know, because everybody's got to respect each other. And sometimes in families, you're going to have arguments and disagreements. But at the end of the day, you know, you're there for each other. So been preaching a lot of that, and been preaching toughness, physicality, you know, going forward with that, because that's kind of how we're going to play this season. You know, our philosophy is, you know, we're going to run the football and play action pass off of it. And also the biggest part of our philosophy, that probably number one, is we're a weight room football team. So I'm big in the strength conditioning part, and you know, as long as you're bigger and stronger than somebody, you've got a good shot to win games. So,
now, Coach, do you teach PE? Will you be the weight training coach, sir?
As of right now, I am at the middle school because that was the only job that was open right now. And, you know, but hopefully in the future that would be something that, you know, look at getting into is getting that. But, you know, I've got access to them before practice. We would lift before practice and, you know, in the off season, you know, after school, you know, things of that nature. But you know, that's one thing I was able to do at Northwood High School. I was doing their strength conditioning program there. And, you know, so it's just being a process, you know, coming in new coach and stuff. So,
yeah. Now, was the
coaching staff intact, or did you bring in all new assistants too, sir?
I brought in some new assistants. I did. I had 2 guys returning. No, maybe I had to try to think. I had a few guys returning actually. So most of them were real well receptive of what my vision was. And I got guys on my staff that have the same vision and same views and philosophy that I have. And it's been great. I've had great support from my coaches. A lot of Marion alumni on the staff, and especially during the good times that they've had some really good teams here. And that was a big help in getting me, kind of ingrained in this community as well. So that I can't say nothing but great things about my assistant coaches this summer.
Coach, let's talk about the schedule. Has the schedule changed at all? Do you have any new teams on the schedule from last year? Has there been any turnover there?
Yes, we are playing. Of course, we're in the Southwest District. With Graham, Tazewell, Virginia High, Lebanon, Richlands. Those type of schools there, and
that's a formidable group of opponents, sir.
It is. It's pretty formidable, and it's going to be a good challenge. And that was one thing I told them. When I took this job, is I'm ready for the challenge. So and we got Fort Chiswell as a non-district. That was a new one. Lehigh going against Coach Carroll, who was actually a former Marion head football coach. So that there's a little ties there. We're playing Lehigh, and of course we got Gate City, Y Central, and Chilhowie in the non-district. So that's just to name a few. But you also, like I said, Southwest is just, when you got Virginia High, Tazewell, Graham, Lebanon, that's a pretty tough one, pretty tough schedule.
Coach, what are your goals this season for as a team and as a school and for your staff right there? Can you talk a little bit about those, please?
Yes, we. All we're trying to do is improve each day. Our motto starting out here is, we're gonna win today. We're gonna take it day by day, and just we can win each day. Those little wins will translate into bigger wins, hopefully on Friday nights. It's just going 0-10 last year the way they did. It's just a new era. We've only talked about going 0-10 one time, and that was when I first started this summer. We don't mention it anymore because it's a new era. And, so that's just it, just constant improvement going forward.
Yeah, I like that, Coach. It's the little wins sometimes. Sometimes people don't see things that come on the scoreboard, and boy, 0-10 is a hard row to hoe right there. And just wanting to turn things around, and we want to chart a new course and head a new direction and whatever, and generating enthusiasm. That's super important. How is the community responded to your hiring, sir?
Hey, they have responded really well. We actually did like a little fundraiser last Saturday in town, where they had they had music on Main Street, kind of blocked off, and we set up there, and the community is very excited. They're very excited. They're excited about this the new era that we got coming in, and just the support I've gotten from this community, and to let them take me in as part of this community has been a blessing.
Yeah, it's amazing how towns in Southwest Virginia are so similar in that they identify with the school and the sports teams. And let's be honest, Southwest Virginia is a football community, and it's important for people to identify with the football team. And everybody wants to see the football team do well. They want to see the kids do well, and that's important. So I'm glad to hear that, Coach. I'm glad to hear that the community is receiving you. I'm glad to hear that you're trying to get things headed in the right direction. In the off season, we want to get you back on here. We want to have a deeper dive and get to know you a little bit better, whatever. But friends, we want to certainly thank Coach Billy Testerman for his time today and being with us. Coach, thanks for having you on the program. We sure want to get you back on.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Coach, that was wonderful. I appreciate it. Now, is this number that you call me from, is this a good number for you, sir?
This is my cell phone number. Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. So like I say, I won't be, blowing it up, whatever, but it'll just be nice to have. And to be in contact with her. Coach, listen, I wish you the best of luck. Listen, I know once upon a time I thought I wanted to be a head football coach, and I know and understand how much responsibility that is and exciting it is and whatever, and I know it's your first job and first whatever, and Coach, I wish you just all the best. I hope things go well, and hope you find a little bit of time to spend with your family, and everything goes well for you.
Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's that's one thing. I've been under some really good head coaches, and so I kind of feel like that I've got a pretty good perspective on this, because I'm getting ready to leave this. I'm here at the field house trying to finish some things up, and I'm going to Gatlinburg to watch my kiddos do she dances and stuff. So I'm going to be out of town this weekend.
Oh man, Coach, enjoy that, man. I took my wife and stepdaughter. They'd never been to Gatlinburg, and they flew into Atlanta. I went back to see my mom there in St. Paul at the beginning of June, and we spent a couple of days there in Gatlinburg, and that's good times, man.
Oh, it is. It is.
It'll be nice and hot.
Yeah, it is, because I'm going to go out here and finish free painting that practice field. That's what I was doing before I come in here and talk to you. But hey, you make sure you get a hold of Seth Page and get him on your.
I've got it. I talked to Walt a couple weeks ago, and he gave me Seth's contact info, and he's on the list. I'm trying to line people up here and get them on the show. So yeah, I will get Seth on here.
Yeah, because I mentioned your name to him when you first sent me. He goes, he played for my dad.
Yeah.
I was like, small world.
It is, Coach.
World.
I'm telling you, I started lining these names up here, and I just had to laugh at this. It's like 3 degrees of separation. There's a connection. There's a connection somewhere. So anyway.
Absolutely.
Coach, it was a pleasure having you on here, sir. I hope you have a good trip, and hope you have a good season. We'll be talking to you soon.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Friends, we want to thank you for listening to the show today. We want to thank Coach Billy Testerman of Marion Senior HS for taking the time out to talk to us. Hey, if you like what you hear today, click that thumbs up button. We'd love for you to subscribe for more content. Thanks for listening, and tune in next time for another episode of Lonesome Pine Losers.